The idea for the World's Fair came from Mrs. Bradley actually approaching me over the summer a couple of years ago and saying, asking if I would be interested in working on an alternative to the Shakespeare Festival, which we've had for several years, which is a huge undertaking, and we were hoping to make that every other year. And then what to do in the off-season, so to speak. We would have another activity similar in structure, but that would encompass a different set of activities, preferably more on the math and science side.
We are making a tower out of newspaper, and we get a foot of tape, and whoever's the tallest wins.
The student showcase. The idea that a World's Fair is supposed to be an opportunity to show off a country's talents and a country's special characteristics. The idea came to all of us on the committee that Barstow's full of special characteristics and special talents, and so why not have an opportunity to share those. My hope for the World's Fair was that students would learn more about other cultures, more about their Barstow community that's right here that we can take advantage of, and more about themselves, where they fit in a bigger community, what they can learn from someone who's younger than them, someone who's older than them, because learning is something that happens every day.
I got a butterfly and a flashlight, courtesy of Jared. This next tattoo is also courtesy of Jared. If I could get someone here.
I'm getting a picture of this, okay? That can be black. Oh my gosh, that's scary.
I have to say my favorite activity was perhaps the French waiters race, just because when we were brainstorming and the World Language Department came up with their activity and they said this French waiters race, I said, really? That's a thing? And they said, no, really, it's a French tradition. And then as we started working on the obstacle course, Madame Coventry and I started talking about, well, how can we tell people that this is a real thing and they don't just think we made it up. So she then had her 7th grade French students, while they were working on a cafe unit, create history boards that they could share with everyone, so they got information, and the whole piece just came together on the academic side, but then I think it was a whole lot of fun to do. The biggest challenge in setting up the World's Fair is making sure that all the moving parts come together. When you have 550 students and 50 faculty, 25 volunteers, people from outside of the community, you have to make sure everyone gets to lunch on time. You have to make sure that they can take a break and stretch their legs. So trying to figure out how to make a whole day happen with that many moving parts was definitely a big challenge. For me personally, I think the World's Fair taught me a lot about myself. And how I organize and how I work with other people, and so I do have to thank all of the people, and I really can't get every single name in, but there were so many people that helped out, and I really appreciate everything that everyone did to pull this off. I would love to see the World's Fair continue. I already have plans for 2015, going beyond musical performances, but also to include theater, to include our robotics team, to include community service projects, and all the things that make Barstow special. I thought was a good way to share our talents in a way that the whole school could see, instead of just lower school, just middle school, just upper school.
1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2,